All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Hawaiian Shirt Friday. but I'll be out of town tomorrow, so I won't be making a video. I guess I could. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I could, theoretically speaking, but I won't really be doing much. But maybe I could. But so anyways, if you hear a noise, I've got my dryer going. I'm trying to pack in a lot tonight before leaving tomorrow. So anyways, if you can hear that, sorry. It's just right on the other side as well. But all right. So let's go over everything that I did today and just jump into it, and we'll go from there. So SPY hit my price target of 609. Sort of, almost. I don't know if I said that on yesterday's video or the day before. I can't recall. Maybe it's when I placed this trade. I had said my short-term price target was 609. It basically hit 609 and got blasted. Bam. So this is my bad for not getting out right here at 609. Granted, I wasn't watching this at that time, so got blasted, and I waited for this rebound here and got out. So those were January 31st was the expiration, $603 strike price. $603 strike price, $13.39, I believe. That was the average cost basis. SPY 603, $13.39. Yep, and I sold those for $15.65, which is a 17% gain. Moving on. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about that one. I got, much. There's something off with that strategy of 17% for a pretty decent move. When did I get into this? Maybe this day or this day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days. There's something a little bit off. It would have been a decent amount more had I watched this right away. I should have set an alert at like 6:08 or something. Because with options, selling into strength is extremely important. Selling into weakness, you lose a lot. Conversely, buying into weakness, you get a much better price than buying into strength. So anyways, that could have had a lot to do with it. Like I said, I wasn't really watching, so I don't exactly know the price of the contracts around here. So, anyways, that's cool. Now, today we really sold off hard going into the close. This is what I would consider an abnormal move. Abnormal move. Right? Same thing with NASDAQ, just abnormal move. And these were all right around kind of my price targets. So that was basically what I was looking for anyways, So coupled with that and this move, was the deciding factor. Okay, and then I also got out of the leveraged Qs. So TQQQ, those were January 17 is the expiration, $80 strike price. $675 was the cost basis. Sold those for $865, which is a 28% gain. And that's good. This was basically the move I was looking for, essentially, with NASDAQ and those call options. I got into these a couple days ago, and NASDAQ really was ripping. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes it'll hit my price target really quick. Sometimes not. And that's also a reason why I personally like longer dated call options. It gives you a lot more flexibility. Sure, the gain is less, than a shorter dated call option. But that also comes with a lot of cons, right? That there's give and takes to everything. The cons are, if you're wrong, you are losing a lot more money, percentage-wise, for a shorter dated call option. Also, a lot more time decay. So if the move doesn't happen as quickly as you think it's going to happen, you're losing a lot of money anyways. So, for me personally, I like longer dated call options. When we're talking about just long calls, debit spreads are a different story, because you don't have to worry about time decay. So that's a different story. But and then also too, you never know how things are going to turn out week to week. You can have an idea, but anything can and does happen in markets, so it's good to always be prepared for whatever. Okay, so that's everything I got out of. Oh, and then also, yesterday in my video, I talked about, there is a decent chance where I could be out of everything and just into, XLF. So I kind of had that plan going into the day, and the price action justified me executing on that plan that I was planning for. All right. Well, since we're on the cues, I'm still in those debit spreads. We'll see what We'll see what unfolds tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow coming up, but those are December 27th expiration, $510 on the long call, $520 on the short call. Those are $471. That's what I paid. Those are currently $726. So I have a really nice cushion in these, an ability to wait and see. Although I'm not much of a big wait and seer. But anyways, okay. So let's now go over other things that I did today. I added to XLF. I have close to a full position size on XLF. It was acting good today until the close when it got booted with the rest of the market. But so this was real good, really, really good. So I got into these yesterday here, and then today, probably in this area, somewhere in here. So, XLF added to those today. Yeah, so those are February 21st is the expiration, $49 strike price, $256 is what the cost basis is now. Those are currently $267. And then let's just have a look at the largest one in here, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, so this is still acting fine. The close, I guess this wasn't that bad. Oftentimes when things are bottoming, you can get some really sketchy price action going on. Okay. Let's look at Goldman Sachs. I still have an equity position in Goldman Sachs. Well, from the chart, you're like, wow, this looks really weak today. Down, 0.3. But let's see how this closed. That looks like not that good, huh? Oh, crap. See how this closed? Yeah, just not good. The whole market was very, very weak on the close. Goldman Sachs, let's look at JP Morgan. Yeah, again, Scott, the close sucked, but all this price action during the day looked really good. Visa. So, Visa, yeah, it's on a 21-day moving average. MasterCard. Uptrending 21-day moving average. Yeah. So that's it for XLF. Added to that. Okay, so now bonds. Bonds. Dun dun dun. Bonds. All right, we're in bonds. We are in bonds. Long bonds. Okay, TLT, February 21st is the expiration. $94 strike price. $269 is the cost basis. Those are currently $279. So, my thesis for going long bonds is how do I summarize this? The market is pricing too many pauses, in my opinion. Pauses from the Fed and not enough cuts. Also, the economic surprises that we have continuously gotten to the upside have a less probability of continuing to the upside in the short term. Earnings estimates are going way down for semiconductors, and just with human psychology and market mechanics, you could understand a move higher here in bonds. So that is, and other reasons as well. Maybe this incoming administration can help shore up some of the debt. We have yet to see that, but that can be certainly a positive. And whether that happens or not, what is important for the time being is market participants' opinion on what they think the future will be. And that's kind of the consensus of where people are at. So we will see how this plays out. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint, this is fine. This 50-day moving average is sort of coming down here. Whatever. It's fine. It's worth a starter position. It's worth going after. So that's where we're at with these. Okay. Also, we're seeing uncertainty helping out the bond market as opposed to the gold market now. So, and it's cool. I think bonds are back on the table as a hedge as well. So, those are all my thoughts. All right. Now let's go over to Bitcoin. So we'll go over to Bitcoin here, and what a reversal it was, huh? That's crazy. You know, I had said this right here is not enough of a base to really be crazy. You know, and markets sometimes tend to do really funny things. So you can get a sense of market sentiment where lots of people would be celebrating the over was celebrating the over 100,000 price, and everyone's buying. Everybody's telling their parents, "Oh, I told you." Buy. Their aunt, their uncles, buy. The sisters, right? Buy. Very strong day. Lots of volume. So these large institutional investors and people with lots of money need opportunities like that to sell, as well as lots of market speculation fueled by human emotion, primarily greed. So over 100,000, you could expect lots of traders to be trading Bitcoin with massive leverage, to have liquidations below 100,000, because over 100,000, I've heard from people saying we're never going to go below 100,000 again. Which anything can happen, but just, you know, it's ridiculous to place certainty on an uncertain outcome. So there's liquidations all below 100,000. You know, and that's what we see. Massive liquidations here. So was I expecting this reversal like this? No, but it doesn't surprise me. So, which leads me into MicroStrategy. So yesterday I had liked MicroStrategy at 406. I liked how it was looking. The stochastic was down here at 20, forming supports, consolidating, finding support around the 21-day moving average. Bitcoin's obviously ripping. You know, when I woke up this morning, it's at 440, and I thought, holy smokes, I missed it. And then massive reversal. And by the time I saw this, it was at 399 down here, and I thought, all right, cool. Here's an opportunity to go after it. So I have a starter position in here at $399.15. This reversal is nasty. And the reversal in Bitcoin over 100,000 like this is, I'm trying to think of if you can classify this as normal, and I don't think so. You know, I don't consider this normal, or healthy. Now, again, with markets, anything can and does happen. So we'll see how this plays out. But short term, I am less bullish than I was yesterday. So again, we'll see how this plays out. I'm still in those call options. And I guess I've added more exposure by being less bullish. But okay, whether I'm more bullish, less bullish, if something meets my criteria, I trade my edge. That's all I do. I trade it. I scale into positions. Sometimes I'll scale out of positions. I don't let my emotions get in the way of what I'm doing. I try my best not to. And that's one of the ways that I don't have my emotions get in the way. Where does this meet my criteria? Yes. Does this look, if it meets my criteria, there is wiggle room for thinking, wow, this is a perfect, obvious setup, or a little bit suspect, right? But I still will go after them because anything can and does happen. And I have an edge, I trade the edge, I exploit the edge. Okay. So, well, first let's look at this on the weekly chart. Ooh. I mean, we'll see. Oh man, what if this just has a super bearish engulfing candle down on the weekly? That would be a nice little wake-up call, huh? So February 25th is the expiration. $58 is the strike price. 645 is the cost basis. 625. Those are at now. 625. What a crazy reversal, huh? Those are up huge, and then like actually down. It was kind of funny, right? Like, who would have thought that? Oh, I guess MicroStrategy only closed down 4.8%, but I thought it was 6. But who would have thought that Bitcoin, for the first time ever in a massive bull market, goes over 100,000 and MicroStrategy is down on the day? Take that. Crazy, huh? So we'll see. Now let's go over. So that's all my positions. Those are all my positions. That's everything I did. I'm not missing anything. Oh, here's things I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Okay. So when I was talking about earning estimates are up for software, down for semis, that is a general consensus of all analysts. So you guys know that I really don't care at all or listen to what anybody says or the news or nothing. I make it a point to cancel all the noise out and listen to nobody. However, there are certain things that are important to get a read on from more of a general human, psychological standpoint, where sentiment is at as a whole, and trends. Those things, they are important and they do have a time and place. So when you see these major trends kind of shifting, I do pay attention to those things. It doesn't necessarily change what I'm gonna do, but it's just another check mark of decision-making process. Okay, so what are we going over now? Bitcoin miners. Yeah. Reversals, wow. Hut mining. Yeah, see, the market has decided Hut is the Bitcoin miner to go after. Like I've said a million times, I don't know why. Sometimes you don't need to. Marathon. Yeah. Bam. I mean, you cannot argue against the fact that is a bearish day. Today was a bearish day. The reversal in Bitcoin was bearish. Again, we say, MicroStrategy too. I mean, look at this close. Just, I mean, anything can and does happen, right? This doesn't constitute selling for me, but it's close. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. And then markets, being weak today as well, and the massive Bitcoin liquidation, right? These are things you kind of, piece together. Where are we going over? Oh, Bitcoin miners. And then we'll just go over one more. Clean Spark, down 5%. See, this is why in any market, and especially commodities plays, 95% of the time, I am going long or short the underlying commodity or the underlying asset because of this exact thing right here. Like, imagine that you've wanted to be long, want price exposure to Bitcoin, but you want to get some more juice, some more firepower. So you go after Bitcoin miners, and man, you are pissed. So then you have to think of, sure, do you want some more firepower? How do you do that without chasing a separate instrument, right? So BitX is awesome. 2x leverage Bitcoin, so Bitcoin goes up. Well, futures, okay. Bitcoin futures go up. Bitcoin, this fund goes up 2x, right? Same thing now, thankfully, we can trade options on Bitcoin ETFs. So I almost don't think there is a need at all to go after Bitcoin miners to get outsized returns in Bitcoin. Now, like I said, that's not to say it's a hard and fast rule 100%, but this is sweet. This is awesome. I'm really happy they allowed options trading. You could trade options in BitX, which I did, but it's not terribly liquid and whatever. But okay, where are we going with any of this stuff? No one knows. Okay, let's go over some of the Mag 7 here. So Tesla, rocket baby, sweet. This doesn't meet my criteria to start a position here, right? But awesome. Tesla. Before I forget, let's go over semis. This is fine. This can still turn up, or not. But this is certainly not dead. Certainly not dead. Massive laggard. It blows me away how people would even have money in AMD. What? You have NVIDIA and Taiwan Semiconductors that is rocking. So, right? Or Broadcom. You're right, so there's plenty of other things. All right, let's look at Microsoft. I think Microsoft had a really good day. Yeah, awesome day. Kind of coming up here towards some area of where you would think there would be resistance. Google had a funky day. Gave up all the gains. But again, this isn't that surprising. This is kind of an obvious area of resistance. Google has kind of become a laggard here. So I would have been more surprised with a move through this than I am with less demand up in this area. Apple. Whatever. Apple. Looks great. Apple looks freaking fantastic. Look at Amazon, all-time highs today. So, yeah, the clearly plenty of stuff is working. Let's look at Netflix. I haven't looked at Netflix. Wow. Yeah. Wow. That is fantastic. Netflix. Oh my gosh, Roblox was 8% today. Oh, massive. Woo, baby. That's one of those ones where I watch and, just missed it, right? So that's, ugh. Unity, see Palantir, still rocking. Yeah, so that's it for Mag 7. Overall, everything looks very healthy and good. Let's look at CCJ. Fantastic day for CCJ. All-time highs, booyah. Not very stretched. I can see this going up to 65. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. I'll certainly be going after this one as well. This is a uranium play, and this whole industry will, I believe, will be a very hot industry for the next couple of years. So, and nuclear nukes is one to watch and go after for a couple years. Whoa. Nice. This could be worth a shot. Oh. All right. Now let's go over some sectors. Communications. Can't stop, won't stop. All right. XLY, XLP, XLY. Whoa. Rockin'. XLP. Continuing to be patient with this one. I will be going after this one when the time is right. Yes. Yep. I will be going after this when the time is right. And it's getting very close to the time being right. So that's exciting. XLP. Oh, here's the rest. XLP. Energy, whatever. Financials, whatever. We're in those. Healthcare. Okay, so let's look at XLI and XLB. XLI. Oh, XLB. Whoa. 200-day moving average. This is a line in the sand that you could go after, with the 200-day moving average being your risk. And so I don't know about that one. It doesn't excite me. Ooh, and this is on heavy volume. Yeah, that's a pass for me. XLRE. Yeah, so, okay, if this, geez, okay, there's some good stuff coming online. XLRE. Dang it. It's freaking breaking these pencils. So if this can make its way back over maybe 44.30ish, then I will be going after this. Was this on heavy volume? No. The answer is no, it was not. Let's look at this on a weekly chart. So yeah, 45 clearly is resistance. Coming out of a base that has been retested and is pulling back on light volume. So if this can move up, then sweet. Technology, utilities, whatever. Let's look at energy. Yeah. Sort of weak. Not dead. Sort of weak. So that's it. Now, tomorrow, NFP, the all-important day, NFP, baby. Thursday, Friday. Bam! 8:30 Eastern. That'll be important. How the market reacts will be very important for the short-term direction of this market. All right, so that's it for this evening. Let's go over commodities real quick. We went over Bitcoin. Oh man, kind of rolling over. Yeah, so gold. I mean, it doesn't look good. Okay, so here let's look at gold here. So you have a very decisive break through the 50-day moving average. So that's your first clue of uh-oh. Then your second clue of uh-oh is this again. Boom. And now it's just totally respecting that 50-day moving average. Again, anything can happen, but gold is falling out of favor. Silver, on the other hand, is okay. Doesn't meet my criteria, so it's neither here nor there to me. Nat gas, is hanging on. It's hanging on. It's hanging on. I could see people going after this here. That's what I have to say about it. I mean, you have a clear risk to reward for how I would treat this. And that's what's important. It's uptrending, sort of uptrending in the short term. It is. Is there some sort of trend line here? No. Oop, that's the wrong thing anyways. So, yeah. Palladium. Nothing. Corn and wheat, probably nothing. Nothing exciting. Yeah. Let's see, did wheat have a good day? Yeah, it did. So, corn, I mean. So, corn would be something to go after more so than wheat. But these are nowhere near being ready. For my style, anyways. Okay. I guess we went over everything. Yeah, that's it. All right. I'll see you guys later. Like I said, I probably won't do a video tomorrow, but we will see. All right. Later, guys.